Hey, this is Mike with Family Handyman. Now the kitchen is one of the most used rooms in the house, and it's also one that you can get the most bang for your buck when it comes to remodel. One of the most impactful things you can do is to replace your countertops. Now a marble top is extremely stunning, but it is also extremely expensive. You need to have the old ones removed and have the new ones professionally installed. Today, I'm going to show you how to get that same marble look without having to remove your old countertops by using an epoxy coating. First, you're going to want to mask off everything. Start by taping wide sheets of plastic to the floor, then work your way up, covering the cabinet faces. You're going to want to sand the entire top and edges with 60 grit sandpaper. This will help the primer really stick to the MDF. I used denatured alcohol and wiped the entire surface to clear the dust completely. Mix the primer and then pour it onto the surface. This will help create a chemical bond between the epoxy and the counter. Now wait until the primer is just tacky but does not leave any residue on your finger when you touch it. It'll take about an hour for this to happen. Pour the epoxy in the center of the counter and spread it up to the edges as evenly as you can with a roller. Now you want to make it so that it's about 1/8 of an inch thick throughout the entire top. Then for the edges, pour a thin line around the perimeter of the countertop. Then come back with the roller and push that line over the edge. Once the base coat is even on the top, it's time for the highlights. Take it easy with the highlights. The highlights are a contrasting color compared to the base coat, so they really stand out and you don't need that much. You can pour it right out of the bucket, or you can drizzle it using a paint stir stick. Then blend in the highlights. Use a brush and trace the outside of the highlight lines that you've created to feather them into the base coat. Now the final touch to this look is a dispersing effect. Use the metallic powder mixed with some 91% isopropyl alcohol in a spray bottle and mist the top and make sure you hit the edges as well. Then you're going to want to watch and wait. What you're going to want to look for are air bubbles and dust nibs that make their way onto the countertop. We even found some bugs that were stuck in ours. Another thing you want to do is look for any divots that are created. Just take some extra epoxy and fill those divots and kind of spread them out a little bit with a brush. Then come back the next day and check your work. You're going to want to sand out any imperfections or high spots with 220 grit sandpaper. Also check the undersides to sand away any drips that you may have missed. Then wipe the entire surface with denatured alcohol. This clears off the dust so you can get ready for the top coat. Then mix up the top coat and spread it on the countertops quickly, making sure to hit the edges as well. So there we have it. We've got marble countertops in less than a weekend, and we didn't have to remove the old laminate tops. It was really easy with this epoxy coating kit. Now the kit costs about $550, but that is a fraction of the cost that you'll pay to have real marble installed, and it looks just as great. And the top coat, the urethane top coat that we applied, is going to be super tough as well. Now for more easy upgrades to your kitchen and other projects, head to familyhandyman.com.